Hello everybody, this is Peter. It's literally less than a minute since the end of the last video and I'm just entering Castleberry Park. This is a very interesting sign. Shared pathway, cyclists, extremely tall people and children, or average sized people and children, and a massive bear, I think. That's what the footprints are. So to watch out for that. But over the other side of the path is a board saying what's going on, with signs to croquet. Welcome to Castleberry Park, Shepherd's Road entrance. Oh, Public Park 1909. Castleberry information points, blah blah blah. It's a very big park. Here it is. There's a view of it. Not much to say really, other than there are thousands of trees. I read somewhere that there are over 1,000 trees for every person on this planet. So Castleberry Park is doing its best. An old black and white photograph, no graffiti. I love the idea of croquet. I did play croquet briefly when I was a student, and some people took it extremely seriously, including a chap who used to teach me maths, a chap called Colin Myerscough. Hello Colin, if you're listening. Colin was extremely clever maths tutor, I suppose you'd call him, and I suppose I'm sure he'll forgive me for saying he wasn't a fantastic teacher, so I didn't do particularly well, but I did enjoy our little lessons. But he was an excellent croquet player, and the funny thing about croquet is you can play it even if you're not particularly fit. And Colin, I'm sure he'd also agree, that didn't have a sort of athletic shape, but he was extremely good at constructing breaks, which is what you do in croquet from memory. And if you're on the red and the black or something, you keep hitting your ball onto one of them and then sort of going around the circuit. And you can get quite a long break. So it's a fun game, but you need a really flat lawn. Prescott, John Prescott, deputy leader of the Labour Party, was ridiculed back in the noughties, I think, for playing croquet at one of the prime ministerial retreats at a weekend when there was some crisis going on in the world, and people thought, you know, what's Prescott doing playing croquet? He's just working class, he shouldn't be doing that. But why not, I say. Francis Drake played bowls, John Prescott played croquet, and still we survived. Never thought I'd put John Prescott and Francis Drake in the same sentence, but there you go. I wonder how you are, John. I read the biography of your wife, Pauline Prescott, I think her name is, or was. She wrote a very interesting biography, which came out about 10 or 15 years ago, revealing that she'd had a child, a son, I think, who'd had to be adopted for some reason, and so she didn't know this child until he was an adult, and she wrote a book about her life, and it was interesting. I think everybody's got a story to tell. Most of us don't bother to tell them, but who'd have thought that Pauline Prescott had this secret? Isn't this pretty, folks? Here we are, not far from London. Light and shade, what I call dapple dappled night, beautiful trees, and we are now really getting into the depths of the park. People are just here for a stroll, I think, really, just to enjoy the ambience. But it is rather nice. These trees are lined up as a kind of avenue. There we go. I'm trying to avoid filming people, but you can't really. And as you can see, you know, I'm only a few minutes away from the end of the tube line. If I'd have gone the sort of recommended route, I'd be down there the other side, well, about 500 yards away, the other side of those football pitches. But no, I've come the scenic route. And there are birds squawking in the trees. It's a Sunday, it's a day off. People are taking the air, taking advantage of the daylight, because I suppose, it being the 1st of October today, it can't be that long until the clocks go back. So there we are. A unique opportunity, folks, for you to see Watford on the 1st of October. How many other people on YouTube can offer this? Well, I don't know. I'm sure you don't know either. It's rather an interesting tree. That's been seriously pruned. I think it's still alive. There you go. Okay, well, it's quite enjoyable chatting to you, but I'm going to stop for a moment until we get to something interesting. Thanks for watching.